Another day, another smoothie style sour ale. This time it's Watercolors Fruit Punch by Skygazer Brewing Company. Really the thing that sold this beer to me was the label. I wonder if I was supposed to swirl this. I would be surprised if you had to, but yeah, there's a little more stuff in there. Okay, hi, welcome to another episode of Chewing the Brew. This is Skygazer Brewing Company's Watercolors Fruit Punch, which is a smoothie-style sour ale with natural and artificial flavors, certified colors, and milk sugar. This is a 5.5% ABV, brewed and packaged by 12% out of North Haven, Connecticut for Skygazer Brewing. Interesting. So it's a contract beer, or it is contract brewed, which isn't super uncommon for many reasons. It is certainly fruit punch colored, that is for sure. But a part of me is disappointed that it doesn't have all these swirling colors inside. That label is, Truth in Advertising would have it out for them, that's for sure. Yeah. Anyways. So, this is the second of my smoothie-style sour ales, and I have one more to go by Drecker, which is a brand that I've seen a lot of, but I also haven't ever drunk. So, I have not had anything by Skygazer. I have not had anything by 12%. And, yeah. This being a smoothie style, so that would be the same thing as probably a milk stout, or very similar to a milk stout, in that they have the beer, and then they add milk sugars to it, lactose. And the lactose cannot get fermented by the yeasts, and so it just continues on all the way through the process and ends up in the final product as sugar, as the lactose still. It generally imparts a nice creaminess, maybe some decent mouthfeel, though you'll usually, if you're actually going for a really thick mouthfeel, you might use additional things in addition to simply the lactose. And also you can expect a lot of sweetness from that. This does smell a little bit tart, which is nice. I mean, there's definitely still kind of fruity, smoothie, milkshakey kind of flavors going on, or aromas going on here. It smells reasonably tropical, so maybe some guava? Fruit punch being the Heinz 57 of the fruit, right? It's a whole bunch of different indiscriminate fruit flavors, or maybe, it probably is a specific selection, or is officially a specific selection of fruit flavors. I would say it generally tastes to me pretty similar to what like strawberry kiwi drinks taste like, plus a little additional like tropical twang to it, like some guava, maybe some cantaloupe or melon of some sort. And this smells pretty decently like a good fruit punch, rather than the super artificial stuff that you might be used to from the inexpensive store shelves. Plus, a nice little tang of tartness there. I mean, this smells really good. Considering it says artificial flavors, at least to the aroma, the flavors don't smell artificial. They don't necessarily smell distinct, but they're very present, and they smell tasty and inviting. So let's see how it tastes. Oh, that's interesting. Oh. Okay. I am tempted to try to compare this to the twist, or whatever the other fruit punch that I drank, or fruit punch, the other smoothie sour ale that I drank recently. But I don't have a firm enough memory of the particulars of that flavor, so I'm going to resist that temptation. The tartness in here is kind of a vitamin C tartness, like like the multivitamin kids drink, kids vitamin C kind of stuff. Kind of ascorbic acid. It's nice. It's bright. It's tasty. And then it definitely has a a smooth, kind of a mellow fruit body. I mean, really, that's a lot of what's in here. It's just a big fruity front. The back starts tasting a little bit more green, which is really nice. And then kind of this ascorbic sour tartness that's really quite pleasant, cutting through like the whole thing. Varying levels of not varying levels of strength. The vitamin C kind of tartness is there the whole time. It's just at times you can taste it more depending on what else is going on. The flavors are very much like strawberry kiwi, that little twang of guava or tropical kind of funky fruit. And it's really overall a nice combination of like thick and smoothie and bright. I like that. That's a tasty beer. It doesn't drink like a beer. You have to remind yourself. It's pretty low ABV at 5.5%. I mean, not super low, but it's not high. You're not tasting the alcohol. The alcohol is not present really in the flavor at all. It doesn't feel like warming down the throat. The primary things you're experiencing are this tropical fruit punch, or this fruit punch, and this nice ascorbic acid, vitamin C highlight, and then this kind of finish that's a little more melon and green, like honeydew or something like that. And it's really quite pleasant. Very sweet, but some days that's what you want. I like this. This is a tasty, pleasant beer that I think a lot of people who are not beer fans would be surprised that this qualifies as beer. And a lot of people who are beer fans would be surprised that this qualifies as beer, and mean entirely different things by that level of surprise. It's certainly enjoyable. And I think there might be a temptation, or I've had this temptation. Grumble, grumble, get off the grass. These things are kids' drinks. They're not really. These things are kids' drinks. They don't have, the body and the maturity or whatever. And real beer should be bitter or whatever. But even if you exclude smoothie ales, there are already sweet beers. I mean, stouts are sweet. A lot of sours, fruited sours. Fruited sours are quite traditional beers. Historic. That style's been around for a long time in different places in the world and is quite good. And there's different examples of them. So all that to say, don't dismiss the beer simply because it's a style that you feel is too frou-frou or childish or immature or juvenile or not real beer. The whole no true Scotsman. That's probably a misapplication. It's a pleasant beer. And there may become that time when you, who's been turning up your nose at beers like this, might see one on the shelf and think, I'll give it a try. I mean, it's got to be terrible. I'm going to yup, laugh at all the people who drink this. And then you're going to drink it and you're going to have to admit that you kind of enjoyed it. And whatever, enjoy your beer. I'm going to enjoy this beer and stop preaching about it because, it takes all kinds, right? Edited to add. I give this beer 3 stars out of 4. That is, it's a good beer and I enjoy it. So sue me. Anyways, this is me, Matthew. I have been drinking and enjoying Watercolors Fruit Punch. The only problem with this beer is that its label is misleading. I wanted all the colors, and I only got rather pretty red. And I'll catch y'all on the flip side.